What is up, people? What is up, people? What is up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another episode of Stadia live session. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. I deeply apologize, y'all. We were supposed to go live at 12:05. Then something happened. Something weird happened. Technical difficulties. I guess the system couldn't handle me doing another SLS feature at MM2K. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't ready for this one. With that said, I want to shout out everybody that's here so far. Shout out to Calvin Morgan in the house. Shot G in the house. Eric Gronberg in the house. Hit that like button, y'all. Yes. This is going to be a great one. We only got so much time to do it, so I'm going to get into it, but y'all know how I do. Crappity dappity smappity. I meant to let me see here. See if I can still do this, because I like to copy this. Oh, come on, man. Come on, Twitter. Stop acting foolish. Don't act foolish. Let me go to Discord real quick. Let everybody know that we're live. We got to, get into this one quick. Oh, here we go. Every time I do a Microsoft, oh golly, every time I do a Windows update, it just gets worse and worse and worse. As far as like my setup gets reconfigured, all types of stuff happens. It's not fun. All right, so let's take a look here. Stadia. Let's go here. Let's drop something here for the good people. Oh, there's not a lot of, oh crap. Thank you, technical difficulties. Love you. Really messed up a lot of stuff that we wanted to do, but that's all right. Stadia, we got to join us. Ooh. Join us is missing a J. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now we got that. Post that there. Let's go here. Let's post it here. Go. Let's post it now here. All right. So let's get right into it, y'all. Shout out to Jonathan Davila, Sammy in the Cloud, my brother Bippity Bop Bippity. We was just chatting behind the scenes. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. Charles Arand in the house. Appreciate y'all and everybody else that we shouted out. Hey, look, when I get into this, because I'm going to be moving so fast, y'all, because we don't have that much time, what I would suggest is if you put something in this chat, right, and we don't see it here, what I would suggest that you do is definitely hit that super chat button. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a lot, to just put like a one sentence thing out there. It'll definitely grab my attention, and it supports the channel as well. And that's it. In regards to support, if you want more content for your support as well, you can definitely become part of our rapidly growing members group, where we got a lot of people that are joining. They're getting extra content like My First Look, Channel Talk, Cloud Gamer Chronicles, which is at the center of this. And we also got the SSC Podcast After Show, which has been on fire the last several weeks. Oh my gosh. And that last one with Clive Linden. Man, if y'all are missing some quality stuff. I mean, we try to give our best quality, regardless if it's Patreon content, member content, or just regular channel content. But we put a little bit of extra twang in there for those that support the channel, the way that you do via memberships and Patreon. And I'm telling you, that's the Stadia Stream Connect Podcast After Show is worth the membership by itself. And it has nothing to do with me. The guests that we have on, when we get them behind the scenes, what they talk about and what they, preach upon, is so fire. I mean, we had my homie Proper that was on a week prior. We had we had Doc Dark. We did one with Doc Dark. Oh my gosh, man. We had Rick Tone on one. Well, Rick Tone didn't he wasn't there for the after show, but he definitely was there for the main show. So I urge you, I'm telling you all, you don't know what you're missing just off that SSC after show alone. And sometimes it rivals or is even better than our main show. Serious. And it's not because of me. It's not because of me. It's because of the guests that we have. So we're definitely going to keep it up. All right. Shout out to the homie Dominicano 791. He said, what up, MM in chat, man? Bippity says, when I start my career job, I will be supporting this. Hey, brother, no, man, look, however you support it, whether you're here on the Stadia live session, whether you join or whatever, you know, we all see it as support. Those that want, you know, that do the gracious move, and we're so humbly gracious to go in the wallet if you can, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, look, man, we want to see y'all extend. There's some, I mean, there's things that we're doing. We're not just sitting on our laurels. From all the support that you guys and gals have given us, it's going to something big that you're going to see come to fruition. We've already made the down deposit. I'm serious. I'm not lying to y'all. We've already put the money down on something big that's going to come to fruition for this platform and much more. We're not just, this is not money that we going to the Sizzler on, you know, going to Country Inn Buffet on. No, we're doing things to give you guys a better product, along with the giveaways and the initiatives like what you guys did. See, it wasn't MM2K. We're going to talk about our homie Doc Dark later. Shout out to the homie Jay Smith. What's going on? Shout out to the homie. Good to see you, man. Thank you for your support on Facebook, man. Love you. Love that you're here too, man. All right. So here's the thing. When we got Doc Dark access to Stadia and got in the Premier Bundle, that wasn't me. That wasn't MM2K. That was y'all that did that. And y'all don't see the ripple tides that's causing. Shout out to my brother Porter Rock. He's real well known in the PlayStation community. The deadly assassin Porter Rock. He was killing all of us Xbots on the debate stages. Shout out to Broadband Bullies, my brethren, you know what I'm saying? The clique doing the damn thing with the debates. They brought the debates back. They had an infamous debate, a real big one. Tim Dog and Crap Gamer. That was a huge one. Yeah, all the big dogs, man. All the big dogs show up to Broadband Bullies. All right. I try to tell y'all, I didn't come out of, you know, a box just doing this stuff. If I did come from a box, it was like the movie Trading Places. I was somewhere before I caught up out of the box. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, we rubbed elbows with the big dogs. The big dogs showed us the way forward, and we brought that way forward here to try to give you guys the best product that we can that's rooted in facts and stuff like that. So check out all that stuff, and then check out PNTS Network too. You can support the content creators like my brother Project Storm, killing it, man, dropping videos like every 5 minutes, killing it with that crispy 4K, soon to be 8K. Steam has finally upgraded. We're going to talk about that in a future episode, pilot episode of Cloud Gamer Chronicles. Steam is finally allowing 8K streams. They're the first ones to do it, I believe. 8K streams via their Steam link. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a game that can emit an 8K and you got a TV screen that can receive 8K, now via your Steam link application, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's only possible through select TVs. Like, I don't think there's any dongles that has the capability to transmit 8K. So I think you have to have Steam Link on certain TVs that have that capability on it. But look it up. Steam Link, you know what I'm saying? It's going to have a capability. I mean, Steam Link is now released with the first people that had an 8K capabilities, man. Crazy. Do us a huge favor. Tweet this out. Let everybody know that we're live. All right. I think we got a good group in here. Let's get started. First and foremost, I want to talk about the cloud gaming community as a whole. I find myself more and more having these discussions because, and it saddens me to have them. And again, this is not me trying to lecture. It's just, this is like an open journal to my heart. Something in my heart. This is an open journal to my heart. Because I'm dismayed, y'all. I need y'all to help me out. When I first came on the scene, one thing to when I first came to today that's never changed is I am here for the unsuspecting gamer. Now, I've made plenty of friends along the way. I met a lot of people, a lot of supporters, people that just rock out with the platform. You know, met my homie Project Storm, the Ace Boom Coon, and just made so many great relationships and just met so many great people, whether it's other content creators or gamers, simple gamers just like yourself. And when I say simple, I don't mean mediocre. I just mean y'all like, man, y'all can do all that talking. I'm gonna do the gaming, but I'm gonna check y'all out. I'm gonna support y'all. Shout out to y'all, because without y'all, there is no us. And that's the one thing that I've always stuck to. Now, it's been a struggle because as you develop relationships and things like that, you know, you're always cognizant of, am I rubbing this person the wrong way or that person the wrong way? And again, that's content creator. You know what I'm saying? Because you if you care about people, and I do care about people, that's why I do what I do. You generally have that concern. But with anything in life, there has to be decency and order, and particularly order. Like, you gotta have the things that are the most paramount to you in whatever that you're doing, right? And that thing for me, regardless, is making sure that the unsuspecting gamer is being fed knowledge. Like, everything's being put out on the table for them. You know, more than anything. Like, I love Project Storm. I love Bippity Bob. Pulos, Collins Dynasty, Unitrix, Jay Smith, I love y'all. I love my homie Stadia Rev. You know what I'm saying? And so forth. But if Storm calls me up, and he's done this, something to this example, and says, yo, look, man, Stadia's getting mollywopped. Amazon's destroying them. I did this, that, and the other. I'm gonna say you gotta roll that footage. And when he rolls the footage live on there, I'm going da, but this, that, you know what I'm saying? And my brother's going to do the same with me. That's what makes our relationship so pure and so dynamic. We have discussions all the time where we have raw discussions. He's telling me, like, look, man, this is the real deal. You may not like how this come out, and vice versa. And that's what, and those relationships at the core are important because they keep you honest. But yeah, beyond the relationships, which again, I don't think you got to make a choice. You shouldn't have to make a choice. There's the integrity of your priorities and your relationships. And if people are truly your friends, they'll respect the integrity of your priorities. If they don't like the integrity of your priorities, then are they your friends? You know what I mean? So I can't continue to call out a Paul Tassi, call out a Tom Warren, go after Wrong Ye, ask Kotaku what the hell y'all doing. Eurogamer and Digital Foundry put them to task for not doing their due. I can't continue to do that, but let Bippity Bop slide. Bippity Bop said, hey, yo, we heard that Phil Harrison kidnapped a bunch of villagers and he's going to bull them in a kessel. You know what I'm saying? He's going to put them in a George Foreman grill and serve them for the next Stadia Connect. I can't let my homie Bippity Bop run wild with that with no evidence. Now, because we have a close relationship, I may oblige not to call him out directly. But if Bippity Bop is running with something like that and it gets legs and people are talking about it, because I've unplugged from the internet in a lot of ways. I don't address the one-off stuff. Sometimes I felt myself running into that. I was playing too much whack-a-mole with everything that I felt was like false or missing a gap in certain facts or whatever. And that's so distracting. There's so much hard work that needs to be put into this platform. So it's better for y'all that needs to be my core focus over the next several months. There's things that you guys have been promised, opening the platform, this, that, and the other. And a lot of that could be happening faster if my focus is on point. So I've had to unplug. Shout out to my homie Clive Linden, who is my spiritual advisor. And even there was a point in time where me and Clive was throwing barbs at each other, and I loved it. I told Clive, I said, Clive, I'm not looking under the magical chalupa and this, and that. You know, y'all remember that, right? And Clive in return said, well, if you can dish it in M2K, you can take it. It told me to stop being a baby, whining with the lollipop in my mouth. I loved it. I loved it because, you know, but see, here's the thing that I'm recognizing with me and Clive and why me and Clive jive so well, bars. Me and Clive were a little bit older, and we come from a lineage where people just interacted like that, and you call each other out. It's like I can imagine, and I would love for this opportunity to present itself. I could imagine myself sitting in a pub with Clive, and we just cutting the hell up. Just taking some back, cutting the hell up. Oh, you bastard! This, that, you know, and you know, just going back and forth with each other and just laughing and just having a grand old time, right? I can imagine that. So that type of dynamic doesn't bother me to where other generations or people from other walks of life, whatever, and I'm not saying one is better than the other, that they may get upset. You know what I mean? By that. They may feel like they're being challenged. They may be upset by that. But I think Clive understands just as well as I understand that it's not a dig in you personally. It's just that I'm addressing this quandary. I'm addressing this approach, not necessarily you, because it's not just you that has this approach. I'm addressing this approach altogether, and I'm making my counterpoint to that approach. So I hope that's understood. Like when I'm called things out and I call the community out, I'm not saying you are a bad person. Number one, I am not in the business of doing one of these because one person did something. Like normally I don't address something until I start seeing it fester in a group of people, regardless of where it originates. So until I start seeing it fester, if it's a one-off situation, more now than ever, I don't even bother with it. My homie Aminar said, there you go. He says, we come from a stronger generation, M2K. Hey, yo, I didn't know you was going to say that. Stop that. Don't say it. Don't, you ain't got to put it like that. You ain't got to put it like that, Aminar. I got to start reading your comments. I got to start reading your comments before I put them on the screen. You try to get the FCC up in here. Nah, just some people put it that way. I'm a little bit more sympathetic, Aminar. I get where you're coming from, and you do hear people from my generation say that. Oh man, shout out to Eric Gronberg. Thank you, my good friend, with the 20 knock sticker, man, the super sticker. I thank you so much for that. And Eric says, I'm from Germany. Okay. I appreciate you, good friend. Thank you so much. See, it's with stuff like that. We got some big stuff coming. It's because of your support. You make things happen. You make Doc Dark happen. If it wasn't for you and because my wife has taken the credit card from me. So if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have been able to do that with Doc Dark. And look at the ripples and the waves that Doc Dark is making. I brought up Porter Rock because Porter Rock has been battling me on cloud gaming for years. MM2K, you're wasting your time. It's not worth it. His brother, Doc Dark, went out and made a video about it. And he said, you know what? Now you're making me rethink this thing. That's huge for people that know Porter Rock. That is humongous. You know what I'm saying? Eric Gromberg said he is true though. I get it. I know a lot of us from our generation say that. I'm going to be a little bit nicer because I've ruffled enough feathers today, y'all. I'm going to be a little bit nicer and say I'm not going to call them that. I'm just going to say culturally they're a little bit more standoffish from those type of activities. That's my PC way of explaining that. They're culturally standoffish from those type of activities. Like I have a relative, she cracked me up. She is so proper. And I remember we were out at an event and somebody had offered her a drink. And she said, oh, no, I don't consume alcoholic beverages. And me and my cousin was there. And to this day, we laugh about that every day. Like, who says that? Like, no, I don't drink. Oh, no, I don't consume alcoholic beverages. I just find that hilarious. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off the topic now. We're supposed to be talking about GFN and what's going on with the cloud community. But no, I get where you guys are coming from. Y'all know I can relate to y'all. I love y'all. But I'm not going to put it like that. I'm going to put the PC version out there, which is, they're separated from those cultural activities. That being said, I can't continue to go after Paul Tassi, Tom Warren, and let people slide because they're my friends. And I hope that you in return feel the same way, that you don't feel like that, oh, well, I don't want to address that because MM2K brought that up and he'll take that as a dig towards him. No, if you think a certain way and if I happen to champion that way, you can call it out. I've had people call me out all the time. I don't mind it. It's just when people I've had some situations though where people wanted to turn up the heat and go into the name calling and go into the little troll nasty vein of it. And that's when I got to turn up the heat too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind if people have an issue with a particular take that I have and they want to question it. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? We can have a discussion. But what I'm not going to do though, I implore you guys and gals, is that if I'm having a discussion about facts and you're trying to have a discussion about conjecture and opinion, I'm going to cut that discussion off. And I don't mean to be mean about it. I mean, I will take some opportunity to educate people. But if you're not trying to have an open mind and you're trying to battle the facts that I'm presenting with opinions and stuff that's unproven or just wrong, I'm not going. Again, it's a waste of time. Instead of doing that, I could be doing this. I could be sitting there with people that are looking to be educated on something, and or they can educate me on something. So I've thrown out my repertoire. I don't have those battles anymore. All right. Fast forward to what's going on today. Yesterday. Yesterday we had somebody that reported something that we talked about here at Cloud Gamer Chronicles. Shout out to you, Immortal Black, in the house. I caught you. Shout out to you, my good friend. So somebody, my son, it was my son. Shout out to Shogun 2K. Check out him and all his weird content. No, you can look up Shogun 2K on Twitch. And I think he's on YouTube too. Check him out. Shogun 2K. He doing his thing. He loves GFN. So if you're a GFN gamer and you want to see a fellow GFN gamer, go check him out. He's doing his thing via GFN, and we just got him. His birthday just passed. We got him a new laptop, so he's good to go. I done spent over $3,000 on laptops with this boy, and they all just get destroyed. And hopefully this one will, hopefully this one will last. With that said, yeah, he's a GFN aficionado, where I don't know that much about GFN. So in the previous episode of Cloud Gamer Chronicles, he put me deep to something I didn't know was going on, which was that post the whole GFN losing games thing, and they came out and they said, hey, look, we're beyond that phase. We now have solidified our catalog. So basically people can have confidence in our catalog again. They ain't got to worry about losing access to games. Well, that may not be the case, as gamers are reporting, and it's not getting a lot of oxygen, that gamers are reporting that they're losing access to they lost access to a handful of games that I'm aware of due to maintenance that is happening on GFN. Now, and first, in hindsight of this, you might say, oh, well, everything goes through maintenance. MM2K, why are you making this a big deal? Well, the problem is that this is not maintenance that is spurned by the developers or the publishers or even the platforms in which GFN is connected to. Because I know I got a lot of questions. Well, isn't this a Steam problem or something? Like, no. This is maintenance that has to happen at the GFN level. And they actually track this. Now, are they successfully tracking all the games? I don't know, but we need to find out. We need to keep an eye on this, because here's the thing. Y'all heard me talk about this a long time ago. I kind of had a falling out with Gamer Tag Radio. Hold on 1 second, just to make sure this ain't my wife. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. So you run into a situation where games are not available because of this. Now, right now, it's Death Stranding that's suffering from this. Apex Legends just became available again. And some of you might be thinking, well, Apex Legends is free to play and there's an Origin version as well. That is true. Excuse me. But a lot of people may go and buy it off of Steam because the Steam version was cheaper. You can get better deals with Steam. And this seems to be something that's going on with Steam. Now, a lot of questions that I was getting was, well, isn't this a Steam thing? No, GFN is a platform that promise you access to games They say they support said games, and supported said games are on their list of supported games. So regardless if your access issue is because of one platform or multiple platforms, the thing that you're promising is at risk. And if the thing that you're promising is at risk, then we as a cloud community got to reevaluate the stability of using said platform as a dedicated cloud solution. Because that's what people are doing. People don't have rigs powerful enough to play Death Stranding, so they bought it from Steam, probably got it at a discount, hoping they could play it on GFN, and now it's under maintenance for weeks with no ETA given. We're aware of this problem. So it doesn't matter if it's a lever or two that has to be done on the Steam side or the GFN side, just like I was told that even though for Stadia, certain issues, even if they are a developer or publisher issue, that Stadia needs to get in front of that and announce that. The same would apply here, right? We would need GFN to get in front of that and announce that and ensure that gamers first and foremost are aware of this before they buy said game to the best of their ability. And B, more importantly than that, us as a cloud gaming community, that we're vocalizing this. Because that's what we're here for. I don't get what we're here for if this isn't the type of stuff that we're going to report across the board. What purpose are we serving? I think that's the bigger question. What purpose are we serving if all we want to do is pile on Stadia? There are like 5 major cloud platforms right now. There's Stadia, there's GFN, there's Shadow, there's Amazon, there's Xcloud. Like if we're going to spend the majority of our negative news focused solely on Stadia, and we don't dig deep for things of impact to other gamers on other platforms, what purpose does that serve? That's a legitimate question. Dan Meddy said, give a summary, just got here. You lucky, Dan. You should never be late here to an MMT. No, I'm just joking. No, we're talking about GFN's maintenance issue. There's been a few games that people haven't been aware of. That GFN is, they're under quote unquote maintenance. People are buying these games expecting to be able to play them on GFN because they don't have rigs. Death Stranding is the latest victim, and they're under maintenance for months, if not weeks, with no ETAs given. So I think and again, I'm not saying that to say GFN should not be used. No. With knowing that, I went to my son. I said, well, how do you feel about this? He says, it sucks. I got to be more careful going through GFN, but I still swear by GFN, Dad. And that's the thing. You just put everything on the table so people can make the best decision for their use case. You don't make up in your mind, this is important, that's important. Look, there's no argument as far as I'm concerned. Not being able to access something that you bought altogether is important. And this is a game that is huge on the PC front right now. PC people love Death Stranding. This should be getting coverage. See, and the problem is, I feel there's this proxy war going on. And it's all based upon Stadia. And Stadia, that's why I said earlier, I alluded to, and people had problems with it. I said Stadia is the king of the cloud. And people are like, what do you mean by that? Where are the numbers? And I'm like, well, it's as far as users are concerned, it's either 1 or 2. We don't know. It's got to be in the top 2. And but when you look at usership and when you look at everything cloud related is tethered to Stadia. It could be an article about GFN tethered to Stadia, Xcloud tethered to Stadia, Amazon tethered to Stadia is always mentioned. That's not always the case with like every time there's an Xcloud article, they don't bring up GFN all the time. Every time there's an Amazon article, they don't bring up GFN all the time. Every time there's an Xcloud article, they don't bring up Amazon all the time. Every cloud discussion is tethered to Stadia right now. It's like the Time Magazine Man of the Year. Sometimes the Man of the Year can be someone that people loathe. But because there's so much buzz, the buzz around that individual is so huge, they are the quote-unquote Man of the Year. And the king of the cloud is Stadia right now. As far as engagement, when you balance engagement and buzz, positive or negative, it's with Stadia. So I get that. But if I feel that if we're going to report, and again, I'm not talking about everybody. Like, let me give you an example. I hate to throw names into this. Shout out to my homie Sunny Cloud Gaming. And I shouting him out because he did a big shout out for us yesterday. He shouted out the channel. Love his content. You know what I'm saying? Him, Brian Chappelle, Clive Linden, and others. I love what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Nerd Nest and others. I love what they're doing. And if I forgot your name, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not because you're not doing a great job. I'm just, you know me. I got an old brain. But Sunny, even though his name is Sunny Cloud Gaming, Sunny is a streamer. He has a podcast that he does too. Produces very high numbers. It's very entertaining and it is very informative as well. And it's something that should be within your repertoire. But he hasn't tasked himself as far as being on top 24/7, everything cloud gaming. He's not one of those stints. So I'm not expecting Sunny Cloud Gaming to be on top of this because everything that happens with Stadia, he's not immediately, you know what I'm saying? He's not immediately on top of. He has his set time when he comes out with his videos, with his content, and he drops it then, but it's still hellified good when he does it. I'm talking about publications and entities that are on top of everything negative and positive about Stadia, or everything negative about Stadia and the majority of the positive stuff about Stadia, and all the positive stuff with everything else, with a sprinkle of some of the negative. I am totally shocked. I can't believe that this story isn't getting any legs. Like, I know a lot of us found out about this yesterday. Here's what I did. Because I put myself in the same realm as Sunny. I'm not as, Sunny is way better a content creator than I am. I'm not in Sunny's league. But I put myself in the same situation. We talk about Stadia. Our focus right now is Stadia, the pros and cons of the platform, and we try to put all the facts out there for you to make the best decision on your user case. And we sprinkle our opinions on top, right? But I'm not out there to break it down with articles, with videos on everything cloud gaming, let alone Stadia. If I feel like it's a big video, I might stop what I'm doing if I got the opportunity and create a video on Stadia. But as far as the deep diving and all the other stuff, reporting about Stadia or cloud gaming, that's not what I'm doing here. Okay? We take something may be breaking. We may take our time with it to dissolve, to digest it and come up with our thought process behind it. We're more or less giving you our thought process behind news than necessarily just giving you the news. So that's where we differ. But I'm talking about entities that solely, they want to give you the news first and foremost, and then give you their thoughts, their opinions or whatever after the fact. What we're seeing is we're seeing all the bad Stadia news, a good number of good Stadia news, all the good other platform news, a little bit of sprinkle of some of the other bad platform news. Like, we have a gamer out there that made a plea. Why is it I can't access my game? What's going on here? And nothing serious out there. I've even seen situations where entities where I feel like that's the mantle that they've picked up and they should have done, were liking comments where the comment, and I don't have a problem with the comment was like a matter of fact comment about, hey, when GFN has issues, they should, be transparent. When Stadia has issues, they should be transparent. There's nothing wrong with that tweet. But that tweet, as far as I'm concerned, does not, nor was it designed to get at the heart of the matter, the problem. This issue belongs on its own separate stage. Like, for instance, when Dirt 5 on this past SML podcast, my homie Project Storm said, we need to talk about Dirt 5. I said, okay, we're going to put it on the docket because I don't have any experience with Dirt 5. So we put it on the docket. When we talked about it, Project Storm made it his due diligence to get out there. Even though he bought the game, he loves it. He said, if somebody had to ask me, should they buy this game? I can't tell them that they should. I can't recommend it because there's too many bugs and glitches in it for, I feel, the average person to spend $60 on it. MM2K, I'm a gaming nut. I'm a gaming fanatic. I'll do it. But when I look at it from 5,000 feet, the broad picture, looking at my gaming brethren, because I care about them, I can't do it. We love Stadia. We've been of the most positive about the platform. And we still got out there and we did that. He said, we got to add this to the docket. So my question is, if we can do that about Stadia, and then we're finding out about this with GFN, and we got a fellow gamer pleading about this, and me, a single guy that was sitting there trying to catch up on Attack on Titan, for crying out loud, can see this gamer's plea, and I went beyond just liking a tweet, and I don't really have anybody else to go to write these articles right now except for myself. That will change in the near future. But if I can go out there, do my due diligence, do my homework, and come up with what I came up here for our Broadband Bullies feature, my question is, why can't anybody else? And here it goes right here. You go to broadbandbullies.com. Go check out our feature on GFN. Geforce Now users are upset after losing the access to various games through service. You see here where it says buy MM2K. So what I'm saying is, we got to get out of this mind state where we're in this proxy battle about Stadia, because it's rotting our brain. And it's distracting us from focusing and catching stuff like this. We talked about this at Cloud Gamer Chronicles a while ago. Then we released it on Saturday, I believe. And I get where people are saying, I just found out about Death Stranding yesterday too. But look at me. Single guy, single man, single person. I don't have a publishing stint or a stint where I got a group of people that can pull something up, where I can pick up the phone. Hey, yo, can you, this is serious, man. This is an issue. Can you write an article on this? I don't have that. I don't have that reach. Single guy stops what he's doing, to the dismay of my wife, and puts this out there for the sake of the community. And while my video aired that was related to this, I had people saying in there that normally don't agree with me, Thanks, MM2K, for this. I wasn't aware of this. That's all I'm saying. If at the core of what we do, if at the core of what we do, if it isn't serving the unsuspecting gamer and making sure that we're on top of stuff like this, then we got to ask ourselves, what is our purpose? What is our purpose? I'm a single guy. I don't have an abundance of resources. The only thing that I have that other people may not have is I have great tracking that tells me trends about stuff that you may already know. And I get information on where stuff is trending to as far as Stadia is related. That's it. Or any other gaming subject is related. That's really it. A lot of you that are listening to this, that maybe your upper lip is curtain, who just God think he is? You guys are 1,000 times better than this than I am, and you got hell more resources than I do. Don't hide behind a matter-of-fact tweet that somebody else put out there. That's not doing our job if that's the mantle that you want to pick up. People need to know about this. And if you come across the new development, hey, well, we thought that it was under maintenance, but come to find out they do have an ETA. It's going to be fixed in an hour or two. If you come up with a new development, great. This is not about proving who's right or who's wrong. It's making sure that gamers are informed. And beyond this proxy war Stadia, we got to get better at that. We have to. Shout out to Sam in the Cloud. He says, if it's not a problem of GFN not being talked about as much in the same sphere as Stadia, that is, I had no problem. I had no idea on GFN Death Stranding Issue until today, and I know I wasn't the only one. Yeah, Sammy, yeah, I didn't know either. And Sammy, I wouldn't expect you alone to carry the mantle on this. I'm talking about full-fledged publications with people. This is unprecedented. And I'm not picking on this because this is GFN. I don't care who it is. People are buying games and can't access the game in entirety. Not a Journey to the Savage Planet where it appeared that maybe the minority of the people were having problems with the game. Not a bug or something like that. Something where you might be able to play through it, like how my homie Storm does with Dirt 5. You can't access this game after you've made a purchase. Read our Broadband Bullies article, click on the Reddit link, and you can hear the pain in people's words. Where is the coverage? I think the coverage is lacking because we're so laser focused on what's going to happen with Stadia. See, I was right about Stadia. No, I was right about. We're so focused on Stadia, damn it. We're letting our brains rot away on Stadia. We're not looking at the full picture when it comes to all the cloud gaming. Gamers need to know about this stuff. And maybe GFN can do a better job of being transparent, or they can get to the root of the problem. Or if they can't do that, then people can be aware of, you got to be conscious of buying a game on Steam if you can only play it on GFN. Something useful to people. But with that said, I got to go. I'm sorry. We'll pick up later on Stadia's week. I'm sorry, everyone. But yeah, we just got to get better at this. Stadia has a big week, though. April 1st is going to be killer. Drop in the chat, y'all, what y'all think about that. My apologies. This hour creeped up on us fast, or 50 minutes did. But with that said, check out that Broadband Bullies article. This is my final plea. I'm not doing this no more. I know there's a lot of questions and there's conversations. Well, let's get together and all that other stuff. And at first I was like, this is great, this is good, but we're not getting it. We're just not getting it. We're not. I'm a single guy. How do I keep coming across this stuff? I'm telling you, I'm not doing nothing special. You find what you want to find at the end of the day. But I said, I got to go pick up my wife. I'm sorry, y'all. Wish I could go any further. This is my last plea. We just going to do what we can do with the Cloud Gamer Chronicles when I get up and running. But hopefully I wanted to put this out there so it's fully transparent what we're talking about. Like my brother Z says, sometimes you got to take the biggest knife out of the drawer and cut the BS out. When people say play coy, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. We do this and we do this and we do this. Where is this at? Where is this at? It's not where it's supposed to be. That's it. Thank you guys and gals so much for joining us. Love you all. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.